Recording. Okay. So, first off, you're going to start with your name in real life, and then the character you're playing, why you chose that character, a little bit about your character if you like, and kind of like what is your situation with. How are you? Okay, and what's your situation with the post-apocalypse? Like, how did you survive? What's some of your backstory, if you want to share with your party? Okay, so my name is Jay. I go by DMJ now, or Evil Overlord, as put on my screen. Doesn't have to be that evil all the time. I'm really on your side to tell a great narrative, but I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons for not too long, actually, just a couple years maybe, off and on. It's a new hobby that's immersing me into role-playing fun and making friends in a deep level of different outside in the real world, and helps with some of the imaginary creativity. So I created this world of a post-apocalyptic settings in Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm excited to have all your characters explore it and survive it. Okay, so that's my short blurb. Whoever wants to go next, help yourself.
All right, I'll go next. All right, my name is Mark. In this game, my character will be named Ranus. He is a halfling frogling. He grew up in the slums, and he learned how to survive. Let's see. He's passive-aggressive, meek, but he has a good eye, and he knows how to survive and check his surroundings well. He's also somewhat of a master of poison, learned a little bit of assassination here and there, but more or less, he's just a basic, friendly-to-go guy who's a little afraid of everything.
Very good. And how about you as a person? Like, what's your interest in D&D and?
The reason why I created this character is because I used to usually what I do is I create big badasses, but they become boring. So I wanted to create something a little more interesting, you know? And I decided just to create the exact opposite of what I usually do. I'm really looking forward to this character because, although I don't really mind what happens to him, at the same time, I feel excited because he's something new, something fresh. And, yeah.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Ranas.
My character was Riam, but I renamed it to Mira. I'm a tiefling because I like that race, tiefling monk. But the reason why I'm a tiefling is because my parents longed for a child for so long, so they finally had me, but I was super deformed. So my mother, sacrificed herself so they're humans, but sacrificed herself to make a deal with the demon/devil. So I ended up being healthy. She died, but I ended up being a tiefling. Tiefling is kind of devilish, demonic, humanoid. So that's the reason why and I'm assuming that it's actually really bad to be a tiefling in this world because it's demon infested. Yeah, so,
very correct.
Yeah, so because my mother died because of me, my father loves me and hates me at the same time, because blaming me for my mom's death, but they also longed to have me for such a long time. But he tried to teach me all his ways. He's a guard of the city, and I admire, and my goal in life is to kind of impress him. So I'm kind of funny / trying hard to impress him kind of person. So I'm a monk. So yeah, there you go. And I'm Marilyn. I play D&D. I don't know what to say about myself.
No problem.
I don't know. Did I miss anything? I think I'm good, right? I covered everything.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Very good.
Right. So for me, my name is JC and my character's name is Mick. I'm really not sure what to name my character at first, but then I look at the box where I put my laptop in, and it says below "Made in China." I go, MIC, make it fine. That's what it is. It's made in China. Oh well. So my character has a like law enforcement background, very strict parents. So and his father is very stuck up. So um, he himself is, because of that also he has a hard time making friends. So he's very interested and just like on an island by himself most of the time. And he has always been taught by his parents that sometimes you gotta do stuff for the sake of the group. So or on you need to like sacrifice yourself if you have to, and even if you don't need to please others, you don't need to be liked, you just have to gotta do it's basic like usual law enforcement stuff. So he's very like private as well. And again, he's very non-communicative because that's not the kind of skills he has with parents. So that's the background of my character. It's actually he's also a half orc. I'm sure what to make, to be honest, because this is only like my second D&D ever, and Dungeon and Dragons I played, I probably died after like our second meeting because I have no clue what's going on most of the time. So I hope you guys are a little patient with me, and that's it. Thank you.
Very nice. Welcome back.
Lexi in real life. I know Jay because I'm a bit of a gym rat. That's an understatement. My day job is database programming. But don't worry, Mick, because D&D has been my quarantine hobby. This is also my second campaign. I stayed alive all the way to the end of the last campaign. Yeah, there was like just barely. I needed some healing from my cohorts once or twice. Turned out to be a little tougher than I thought I was going to be. But anyway, it was touch and go. So I've chosen this somewhat more complex character, I think, than I had in my first campaign. I'm Uriel, and I am a Lightfoot halfling, and I'm a sage. But I'm also a ranger, so like I got a little bit going on. But I'm definitely bookish. You'll probably like me until you try to win an argument with me, because I'm the argument slayer. I collect knowledge and papers, and histories, but I'm very.
Not coming through.
I can't hear you. The audio went out.
Yeah, maybe it's the background music because it's kind of interfering with everything.
Is it?
Yeah, I experienced
Oh,
that.
there you go.
Take a little bit too.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry. Normally that happens when I put my hands on my laptop for some reason, but I'm trying hard not to, as you can see. So if you saw my character, I'm fairly cat-like, both in my appearance and in my skills and tendencies. So, but I'm also good at archery.
Awesome.
Okay. So then there comes the question: is the music interfering with all of our dialogue? I could not choose. We could choose not to do music, or we can.
Maybe try it at first, and then
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Again,
Yeah.
then we might consider.
Cool. Give me some nonverbal cues, like maybe this, if we're not getting. Okay, very good. Okay, so it sounds like I have a general idea about some of your character backstories. And as you know, you're in a small colony. So everyone is in the same small colony of 54 survivors. And you can generally be uh, a part of a guild within that small enclave. And based on your backstories, I'm going to have assign you to certain relations, but you're all going to be part of the scouting or soldiers, right? Because those are the type of adventurers that will go out of this confine and explore the world. Okay, but you have some interaction with people around. So because Mick and Ranas are a little bit more kind of military oriented, you're going to have more contacts with the actual soldier influence, and you will know Commander Rillawan. And then, since Mira is probably the most chastised person possible because being a half demon, but then she'll have, yes, the roller is available, by the way. So that's why I posted it in the chat.
Yeah.
If you don't have dice, you can use that. Okay. So Mira is always been in a difficult situation because most of the people that survive realize that their families have been torn apart due to this demon presence. And there's even some demon races that are humanoid. So it's really confusing. But she's definitely proven herself over these past 2 years. And more so, she has direct connections with one of the major magic protectors named Lazavan. And you'll eventually find out a little bit more about that. And then for Uriel, since you're more in depth with the overall bookkeeping and documentation, also having a very strong heart to express yourself, I'm going to have you in contact with the head shopkeeper supply manager. So this person is in charge of the overall making sure the colony is in check with materials and whatnot. And that person's name is Avery.
Aver?
Avery,
Avery.
lady. And Lazavan is a male. And Commander Rillawan is a male. Okay, very good. Are you ready to start?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Let's turn on the music. Once again, give me non-verbal cues if that's not happening. Okay, so I'm going to share screen. It's been a solid 2 years. Let's see. 2 years since the apocalypse. I won't read all this. It's more of kind of like my interaction. There we go. Now you can't see it. 2 dark and strenuous years where you have been parted from a lot of your loved ones, and you find refuge in this small cave-like underground facility known as Sancto Fortego. Which is surrounded by wasteland and desert and very harsh environments. There used to be plenty of life and overall joy throughout the realm. However, with the cataclysmic events of the Mage Wars, which led to the opening of the rifts and invasions of the demon forces and another dark force, life as it was 2 years ago is definitely different. In Sancto Fortego, You are adventurers who are in charge of scout missions. You're amongst. You have amongst 12 scouts. You are included, and you are well connected with some soldiers as well as some of the other citizens of this colony. 2 years have been quiet. You've been able to be in refuge and do small scouting party skirmishes just to make sure that you and your colony are safe. It's very hard to find other survivors throughout this time. Maybe you pick up a few people here and there scavenging the lands. However, many are very reclusive and also hesitant towards receiving any kind of interaction. There are some benefits from you have been blessed with some of the gods' mercy. Where this place of refuge that you and some of your fellow colonists was able to find is well hidden. It's in the vast mountainous hill cave territory, which is, there's really nothing around that's sustainable in terms of life, with the exception of within the caves, there happens to be a water source. And this water source is providing, your colonists have been able to cultivate and stabilize the people. And there's even now a garden that's you're able to harvest from, which you harvest mushroom and algae to sustain yourself. The other oddity that this magic rift has caused is some of the cave dwellers that originally were resident in this area were these kind of lizard-like creatures with spots on their back. And since then, they've been mutated to be very large in size. And some of the early colonists have been animal communicators and able to husbandry them to become more like mobile support. And these are known as salamul, where you have 7 salam. Let's make it 2. For some reason, my notes didn't update, but there's 4 salamuls in the adult salamuls in the colony, and there's infants that are amongst in the hatchery. Okay, very good. You have been called to attention by the commander Rillawan himself, as there's been a change and after 2 years, there's been something that's changed, and there's an alarm has a worried brow on his face. As he's called each of you, you're all part of one scouting party. He mentions to you, "Scouts, you've assembled. Thank you for taking my short notice. There's been a situation. I'm sure that you're well aware of the late illness that has come across the diviner, Lady Galdria. She is, as you know, the diviner which senses the overall area that we live around and tries to thwart any invasions of the demonic tribes to our lands by giving us insight about their overall approaches. Her last vision stated that in the wastelands of Morgeth, towards the south, the tribes where once stood the lushful city of Orlan have been migrating to the north and are perhaps in threat of scouting our territory. Now, this is normal for her divining powers. However, she felt weakened as there was a sense of uncertainty, which is very rare for a diviner. We've never had her suffer from melding into seeing and forecasting this farsight land. We need to have you investigate, identify what is this shroud of uncertainty that's blocking her from these clear visions and causing her to be ill. Because it's quite a long trip, I don't expect you to go on foot. This is of utmost imperative task. So you're going to take, there's 4 of you, you'll take 2 Salomos with you. Each one can mount up two scouts. They can travel steadily, a good 20 miles a day at a fair pace. All you have to just sustain them, but I'm not going to give you the details on that. You can definitely go to the veterinarians about that. Are you prepared for this task? Are you willing to take it up? I can definitely send another scouting party if you feel ill-equipped, but I think you are amongst some of the most veterans, and I trust you.
Yes, sir. Ready whenever, sir.
Very good, Radas. I expect nothing less from you. As for the rest of you,
Agreed.
I'm
There
great. You're up for the task, Uriel.
I nod.
Questions that must be addressed.
Yes, if
I
you
will
have
go where I
questions.
needed to go.
No,
Yes.
I will take on this mission. Is that
You are loyal to our colony, and we are very grateful that we have such fortuitous scouts. Do you have any questions of me?
What are we to expect in Orland? Like, are we supposed to head to Orland immediately? And any information regarding their... Wait, I'm stupid. Never mind.
No, that's
Sorry,
okay.
my character intelligence is not that high, so...
That's okay. No, actually, it makes sense. You could say, well, try to think about in character, but actually, it was okay.
Where are we going and what is it about? Like, what do they have? Like, we have Solomon. What do they have? What do we know? Anything you know about Orland? Can you please inform us? And I'll try to remember.
Of course, Mira. Yes. Well, there are demon tribes, as you know, which I specifically chose you for this task because the demons of the south, are humanoid in appearance. They've taken humans from the depths and mated with them. Savages. They've created these altered beings. But perhaps you can use this as a ruse to help throw them off guard. They might not suspect if a demon of not their side finds more information. I do warn you, however, as you are familiar with some of your advances, we of Sancto Fortega are protected by ultimately secrecy. But most importantly, which means you should not be followed and not bring any survivors back unless you completely trust them. This cave is well protected within the earth, but it is the power of metal and steel that reflects the overall energy from your soul, so demons cannot sense it well. More so, abjuration magic has made this safeguarding shield around our sanctuary, and thus we've been hidden, whereas others throughout these 2 years have been hunted down and scavenged. Keep mindful of this, as there are reports that the demons have altered the animals of our original lands and mutated them to consume metal. I would be wary if you contain weapons of steel or iron, or if these monstrosities attack you, you might find your own equipment disintegrating. You will head towards the Crayas Bay. You should take the... I'll draw it a little bit. You should take the coastal route, where the wastelands of Margeth are dry and arid. The last divination of Lady Galadriel suggests that perhaps in this region there are scouts from the demon tribes of Orlan. We wish you to first investigate if the scouts are threatening and pursuing our location, and if they are, and if you feel well equipped to remove those scouts and send that path of their investigation wayward.
All right.
Feel you are well equipped for this trip?
Yeah, let's take some scouts out. Or die trying.
I do have a question though.
Yes.
Is there any
Lieutenant
allies expecting us where we could gather more information from?
As we are in a very dire situation of the world ending and the demons taking over the lands, I would be very cautious with whoever you meet. There may be survivors that straggle about and escape the clutches of being imprisoned from the demons. However, it could certainly be demons in disguise. So be caution, use your abilities to your maximum potential to identify which are true friends and which are hidden threats.
So kill everyone.
That is not up to me.
Okay.
Ultimate goal is to keep the colony alive. If we can expand further.
What's your recommendation? Sorry. What's your recommendation if we come upon someone we can't fully trust? Because what if they follow us back? Do we just kill them? Or...
These are dire times, and I leave that judgment up to you.
Okay.
You feel unsafe and trapped, then I would suggest removing the evidence, however you deem fit.
All right.
Anything else, soldiers?
These scouts from Orlan, if they're not seeking out our refuge, what else would they be doing?
Demon tribes are always expanding their territory. As the demons have taken over, we've noticed that throughout the past several months, the demons themselves combat each other, trying to expand their borders and perhaps take more resources and even slaves of humans. So it's all about a power struggle. Perhaps you could use that to your advantage. However, the other demon tribes, we are unaware of their location at this time.
All right.
So scouts first.
Yes, your primary task is to reconnaissance and survey the area. Make sure you keep your mounts fresh and alive, or losing some of the Solomons would be a huge detriment to the growing population that we have. They are not combatant creatures. They are very sturdy and they can survive harsh conditions, but their skin is fleshy and weak. I would prefer if you stayed them outside of any confrontations you might encounter.
Okay.
Very good. If you require any other advice from anyone else in the colony, you may do so. I expect that you depart within the hour. Very good. You are dismissed.
All right,
With
let's
that,
go.
the commander leads you out of this kind of. So the cave that he's in is pretty well cleaned up. There's a few dark. I mean, the overall area is very dark and feels dry in a sense. But you've been living here for 2 years. There's clear pathways as you migrate through the tunnels, and you find yourself in this overall common area known as the common grounds, where there's a lot of the colonists that are taking their leisure time here. You can see that there's several bedrolls out. People are sleeping wherever they can find comfort. And overall, the discussions are very, very quiet to be respectful of whoever's doing various shifts and are sleeping during normal waking hours. Okay, you're amongst yourselves.
Let's go.
Yeah, I think we should probably get some supplies first.
I don't even know how much money we have.
Good
Is
question.
Captain Willeron still around?
He escorted you to the common grounds, but yes, he's there
Okay.
now with you.
All right, so I guess I will ask him. First, how many days will it take for us to get from here to the location where the scouts are supposedly to be?
Indeed, it's expected that you'd probably take 2 days to get there in the vicinity. Look at the map.
Of Orland.
Your objective is once again not to approach the demon tribes of Orlan. It is rather to intercept the scouting force and throw them off of our presence.
All right.
As you can see in the map, 4 squares is about 20 miles, so 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll take you about 2 days to get there.
Okay. Are we provided with appropriate rations?
Certainly.
We all have rations. I think we all start with regular basic stuff, right?
If you require more rations, I'm sure the shop manager Avery can assist you.
Okay.
How much gold do we start with?
Let's take a look.
It depends on the DM, I think.
Well, generally you
I
have a
chose
starting
starting
goal.
equipment. Because it's either starting equipment or gold are the choices.
Okay, so since everyone has starting equipment already, so let's go ahead and figure out how much is starting gold.
I have
Guys.
10 days of rations.
Yeah, we do. Like that, we have the basic stuff,
Great.
and then we have a
So,
water skin.
Let me check this really quick here.
You can say 500. It's all right.
So I have enough rations to get our entire party there, but not back if I share my rations.
No, each of us has it.
The same-
Yeah, we're good. I have at least like 5 pieces of rations. That should last me at least 5 days. So
Right, so in normal
Yeah.
campaigns, you would start with just your normal gold for being a character level 2 or 3. But I'll just say you start with 500 gold for everyone.
Really?
Make it simple. Yep.
I think that's a lot.
Alright.
But anyway, I'm not complaining.
500 is a lot. Yes. But you are the advanced scout task force, so they trust you. If anything were to go ill of you, it'd be not for the benefit of the colony.
All right, sorry. I
Step
look
back.
at my party and I realize we're all combatants. So I'm concerned about potentiality of healing. So I ask, how does healing work in this society? Do we have potions? But potions are magical in nature. All right, never mind. Let me get in character. Sorry. If we get hurt, what do we do?
Okay, so you counsel the Abjurer friend that you have, known as Lazavan. He is the
Lazavan.
overall protector. He casts. You can see he works very closely with one other actor to cast this energy shield constantly that's keeping this overall fortress hidden. Volume's too loud?
Yeah. For me, the music is too loud. I don't know about you guys. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a little too loud.
I can barely hear you. That's all.
Understood. Okay, how about now? Yes?
It's okay.
Yeah, but I can't hear you. Okay, I'll just turn off the music. It's fine.
Yeah.
No worries.
We'll keep practicing that off game.
Indeed. Okay, very good. So you find Lazavan over in the common grounds, and he is he has a little clay bowl that he's entertaining. Looks like some dried mushrooms mixed with very gooey greenish blue algae. He's munching it. Oh, Mira. Oh, hi, hello. Looks like you're ready to part on another. Okay. What can I help you with?
Sir Lazavan, I'm a little bit worried about this trip as I'm not sure how long it'll take us before we can come back. What do you recommend to do if we get hurt? Since there's only 4 of us and my party members, I'm not sure how strong they are.
Indeed, these are very difficult times. Unfortunately, as you know, many magics have been twisted by the demon invasion forces, and healing potions are of extreme scarcity, for we do not have an actual enchanter amongst us, or conjurer, and if we did, conjurations could go very awry. My best advice is talk to the doctor Shadrin. Shadrin could provide you with some medical kits, but you would probably require some medical expertise to utilize them to the maximum efficiency. They would only be able to patch up some of your wounds, so if you took some grievous wounds, I would certainly head back before then.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Very good.
I
May you
do
be blessed.
the ability to cure wounds with a spell.
Indeed you do. And as you mentioned that, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I'm not sure I'm very useful when it comes to things like poison, but I can help with wounds of our party.
Okay. As he looks over you, yes, Ariel, you are well equipped with that that evocacious spirit. However, I would tread cautiously with that ability since it may draw the awareness, or it was evocation as well as conjuration, and perhaps another magic that actually instigated this rift to happen. So if you look at that spell, it's called Cure Wounds, and it's under the classification of evocation, which means you're really pulling the energy, the mana of the overall surrounding, and drawing that to channel your either aggressive or, in this case, healing magic. And that may or may not cause an effect. So tread carefully when you use it. Very good. I believe you have enough information.
So as far as rations go, I have 10. What do the rest of you have?
5 pieces.
Goes back to his meal. Label.
I'd say 5 is just enough. You know, would take us. It may take us a day or 2 to find the scouts we're looking for. In other words, our travel time minimum is 4 days, and then however long it takes us to find and neutralize the threat.
Yeah, hopefully we can scavenge as needed. But I think 10, you and I have enough to cover us for a few days.
You have 10?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Thank you. All right.
We're eating one now.
I mean, at worst, we'll eat each other, but
Nice. Says the demon.
I mean, I could
Hey,
get 5
anyone
more
else you wish to talk
rations.
to?
No, I mean, I
But
think
if you wish.
two,
Yeah, I'll get 5 more.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm perfectly willing to share. I just wanted to make sure that our sum total was sufficient. So,
No problem. So if you want to acquire rations, you probably should speak to the shopkeeper,
Okay.
known as Avery.
All right.
And Muriel has a contact directly with Avery. Okay. So is that what you wish, Ranas?
Yeah. Hello, Avery. I would like to have 5
So you
pieces.
find Avery actually working with the chefs, and he's
Okay.
doing some inventory. Oh, it's a lady, right? No. F. She's looking around, overall keeping stocks as the chefs are preparing meals. It's all mushrooms, and this. Sometimes you can find some meat in some of the overall packages they're making, mostly comprised of bats, rats, and other scavengers that they can come across. And once in a while, you get a rare fish. But yes,
Right.
he's doing inventory. Very good. We need. Okay. That's right. Oh, looks like I have a guest. Excuse me for a moment. She moves over to you. Can I help you with something?
Oh yes.
Roll in front of you.
I'm going to be going on a important scavenger hunt, and I would need at least. Mick, do you need any rations?
Yes.
Okay.
You're part
I
of
would
the
need.
Advanced Scouts, is that correct?
Right.
We're definitely grateful for your services. And what would you request of me?
We would like to have 10 is good, right? 10 pieces of rations, please.
My goodness, this sounds like quite a trek that you have before you. I do wish you well.
Yeah.
It's, as you know, it's hard to come by food these days, but we definitely can accommodate for your trip. It's going to set us back a little bit for the colony, but I can spare you 10 rations. If perhaps we can offset with 5 gold pieces.
Sure, yeah. All right, we can do that.
Very good. 10 rations. Normally, each ration costs us 5 silver, which is half a gold, but because of the overall situation that the colony is currently in, it's a little bit more expensive. So you get 10 rations for 5 gold pieces.
All right.
Is that right? Is that what I said?
Yeah.
That's what I said.
For 10 10 gold pieces?
10 gold pieces, correct, instead of 5.
All right. Okay, yeah.
So Ranas, keep track of that. Thank you.
Yeah.
I won't keep track of gold. I'll let you guys.
All right. Okay. All right. And I will keep track of.
Very good. I'll have the rations sent to your mounts, and you should probably meet with perhaps Fulna and before you part with your quest. Is there anything else that you require? I'm a little bit preoccupied, but I can entertain your requests. You're very important to our colony.
No. That's it. That's it.
Very good. If you need me, I'll be over here for the time being. She goes back to her duties as she's doing inventory. Okay. Anybody else?
I think we should just go. I was thinking if we should go to Shraden to get some med kits, or should we just like test our luck and see?
Maybe we need like some antidotes just in case any of us gets like poisoned or something.
All right, Avery, ma'am, do you know where Shraden is? Do I know where Shraden is?
I'm wondering if we need any other supplies. Do we need bedrolls or blankets, or is it?
I think we start with those.
What's that?
Right.
We generally start with those. All of those things are our starter kit. At least in my list, it's there.
I don't think it's the same for each of us. Like, we have different rations than other people. I do.
No, you need to choose, but everybody should have bedroll.
I do not have a.
Oh, funny. Okay. Well, so let's look at the adventurer kit. We'll just give you the bedroll.
Okay.
Adventurer.
Okay.
All right. So everyone should start, especially because you are the advanced scouts. It wouldn't make sense if you didn't have ways to sustain. So that means you're. I'm gonna just post a link right here. Okay. So aside from the torches, the rations, and the rope, you have the rest of this stuff.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
so that's the
All right, yeah.
explorer's pack.
Okay.
All right.
Very good. Okay, so then you can decide if you need anything else for your travels.
Do we need medkit / antidote, guys?
Yes,
Yeah.
we most certainly do.
Avery, do you have access to these, or can you point us to who might be able to have access to med kits or potential antidotes?
I think we need-
Certainly, I have access to the overall supplies, but I'm pretty sure that Schraden would prefer if you directly interact, as they may have other ideas of the current stock. I can certainly direct you towards where he is.
Yes, please.
Good. You find yourself, she points over there, and there's like a small child that comes up to you, which happens to be one of the chef's children. There's not many children in the colony. There's, yes, here and there. It's hard to have young ones and old ones survive, but Josor comes up to you. He's got very messy hair and overall generally kind of a nuisance, but he's very eager to be a scout in the future. Oh boy, yes. How can I help you, scout professionals?
Can you take us to Schraden, please?
Certainly, yes. I know exactly where he is. Yes, I just saw him in the magma chamber. Okay, come on, follow me. He kind of kind of skips as he's moving along, excited about what's going to happen. He's waving you to come follow him. Where are you going this time? I want to hear about all the adventures. Yes, because one day I will be one of you.
Well, when we come back from our successful mission, we will tell you all about it. All we can say right now is that it is important and dangerous.
The kid rolls his eyes as he just still moves along. You find yourself in the magma chamber, which, unlike most of the caves, which is dry or some parts wet, but this area feels naturally hot. It's almost giving, as you move across the overall low-hanging stalagmites and stalactites, you feel this heat that's emanating from the walls, and there's a kind of a reddish orange glow in the distance. You see that the main doctor Schraden is discussing something with one of the blacksmiths, or the blacksmith.
Excuse me, guys. Since we're halfway through, is it okay if we do a bathroom break real quick?
Of course, yeah. We can take a small break. Okay.
Right.
Very good. Good time to
Right.
take a break.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. How about 2-3 minutes? Cool.
Sure.
Not on me. Hey, I'll be right back. Right. Cool. So let's get out those Salamos. Where are there? He is.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey.
I'm here.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So those big salamanders, pretty much.
That's right. They're the salamander mules.
Jeez. I love
the
that,
cool
dude.
factor.
It's
Well, 'cause-
awesome.
Exactly.
Salamander mules. I was like salamanders.
Salamoles.
Salamanders.
Yeah,
Wait,
I had to really think about the. Go ahead.
Wait, does that mean that we can have them as emergency ration?
Yes.
Oh,
Nothing.
you heard what the commander said, so it's up to you to make that discretion. But yes, the Salamoles are. It took me a while to figure out that name because I didn't want to be. I want to be original. I want to think about like horses and stuff. I want to think about what creatures are cool that live in a cave, and
Yeah.
salamanders were it.
Yeah, they
Because
live in a
I don't
cave.
think you want to ride giant spiders. That'd be kind of weird, kind of evil
Yeah.
feeling. But salamanders, who doesn't love salamanders? They're so cute.
I wonder if they're yummy. But anyway, everyone's back.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Okay, looks like we're ready to keep going. Nice, short and sweet. Very good, everybody. Looks like you're excited. Okay. So you enter this heated tavern where you see the head doctor is speaking with the smithy, the only smithy that survived in the colony. Okay. As you approach, this short of a dwarf, he kind of peers around. He senses that your presence kind of absorbs some of the heat, and you see this very thick, whitish eyebrows with a very long, scruffy beard of a short, stout man. Calls out, "Hey, hey, look at you! We got some scouts here. You're looking for some equipment? I'm happy to help you, but we're running out of supplies, as you probably know. A lot of this metal is coming to support some of the foundation of our excavations." The doctor turns around. Oh, pardon me. If you have a arrangement with the smithy, excuse me. Okay. The doctor gives you a nod. What are you guys doing?
Hi. We're not sure how dangerous this. I mean, we're pretty sure it's dangerous, but not sure how dangerous it is. So we're just wondering
Okay.
if you have med kits and such, or if you can give us any hints on how to heal ourselves without causing more magical rift, and perhaps some antidotes and such, but only whatever you can spare, because I know we are in dire needs of things.
Oh, you're referring to me on my service. It's very good. I can definitely help you with that. Yes, okay. If you happen to sustain some dire wounds, I can definitely provide you with the healer's kit. You can expend to use one of them, and it will able to stabilize you from death. However, you would have to take refuge into a safer area to replenish some of the wounds that you've sustained. I can also, we have acquired some antitoxins that may be of interest, as there may be some, we've seen a lot of demon encounters that other scouts have come across with some venomous bites, and it seems like these antitoxins have been sufficient enough to stave off some of the poison. In terms of actual restorative, the best way to restore is simply to sleep on it and let your wounds heal naturally. But I disagree. If you have great armor, you wouldn't get scratched.
Um,
You
how
want
much?
to come with us and prove it?
Question? What's that?
I was asking the dwarf if he wants to come with us to prove that he's not going to get scratched. It's not prudent to not plan ahead. So we are planning because we intend to be successful.
You sound like an nerd. But planning. Thus, I would definitely love to go on a fight and take on all the demon armies myself, but I'm way over swamped with the overall expansion of the southern cave. We're trying to make more accommodations to, I won't bore you with the details, but I'm busy.
Just as well. But my question for the doctor is it seems like the antitoxins are better than the healer's kit, since we might not be in a position to take refuge required by the healer's kit. So perhaps we forego that, but take the antitoxins with us.
You certainly can, yes. I can acquire some potions of antitoxin. They are very expensive, and we prefer to use them with extreme caution. I could perhaps lend them to you, and if you should return with them, I can reimburse you. Would that be sufficient?
Yes.
I do prefer one healer's kit though, just in case anyone goes unconscious.
Understood.
So we
And I can definitely provide those bandages and wraps should you deem necessary. So, you don't have direct connections with Schraden, but that's okay. He can provide you the antitoxin for 75 gold pieces for a one-shot bottle. Pretty steep, but that will allow you to gain advantages on any saving throws against poison for an entire hour. More so, the healing kits will run you 3 gold pieces for a one-time use, and it's only for stabilizing. Doesn't have any hit point regenerative effects, but they're like bandages and wraps and overall disinfectant.
I'll take 2 healer's kit.
Okay, so that will run you 6 gold pieces. Track that.
Mhm.
Very good.
So I'm going to take on loan, but I have to pay up and I get it back. I don't use it. One antitoxin potion.
Okay, for 75. There you go.
And I'll take a healer's kit too.
Okay, you keep track of that. Thank you. I wish you much success on your journey. If you require anything else, I have a little bit more work to do with Belgrun, but otherwise, I am here to assist you.
I think Do we still have anything else? Can we set out and scout?
I think we're good.
All
Yeah.
right, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Very good. You make your way outside of the magma chamber. You feel a little bit better as the coolness of the cave kind of it's a nice tingly feeling along some of the sweat along your from that heat environment. And you make your way towards even more of a cold and moist. You hear a kind of a rustling sound of water that's very calming and a constant flow as this echoes throughout the chambers. It's quite dark in here, but you can make your way. If you have, of course, if you have dark vision, you can see clearly, but if you don't, there's little like glowing lights that are very subtle blue that illuminate your way. You make your way over to the hatchery, which is near Ethos Blessing, which is where the life blessing of the colonists, they happen to stumble upon this unadulterated water source that comes from an overall creek that spills out into this pristine lake. Okay, at the hatchery, you see that there's a couple of mounts that are ready that have all the equipment that you've requested, as well as several of these large sacks that are mounted to their backs. These large sacks contain the food to have these creatures stay alive for up to 10 days. Okay,
Okay.
cool.
Um,
You're approached by a stout, or a very tall, broad-shouldered orc fellow who looks kind of similar to Mick, but has kind of this goofy grin on his face. He is going to be. You're the scouts. Very good. I prepared everything ready for you. Please take care of these two. I'm sure they'll love to come back to their little tadpole babies.
we'll take good care of them.
Very good.
Is there
You see that each
special-
Salamol. Go ahead.
I was just going to ask if there's any special veterinary supplies that we might need to maintain their health.
Just feed them. Right?
For instance, if they get wounded, how do we heal their wounds?
You can use the same medkits that you use.
Okay, very good.
Very good. Okay, so Mog Truck leads you over to two of the Salamols that are adult size. They're easily probably 300 to 400 pounds in weight, and they're very long creatures that are extended. They have enough to have saddles that are mounted on their upper shoulders for two people to ride comfortably, as well as an overall kind of a mesh sack that allows you to store probably up to 100 to 200 pounds of items that you procure. One of them turns around to you and kind of spits out his kind of lizard-like tongue, almost eager for adventure.
Let's go.
Right, yeah.
And I think we should split up a halfling with a big one. So I'll take, because Ranas and Uriel are tiny, right?
I'm tiny.
Yeah. So that we at least distribute the weight.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Let's do it.
Nick,
Let's go, Ranas.
Okay.
All right, let's go. I'll head on first since I'm good at scouting and looking at things.
Very good.
I mean, I'll sit in the front since I'm scouting. I'm good at scouting and looking at things.
I put my arms around you. Wait, hold on. Unless it's separate saddle.
No, you can put your arms around him. He's totally cool.
Yeah.
You want him to fall in love, right?
Yeah. You're too tiny. I'm gonna put my seatbelt on.
All right.
Let's go.
All right. Yeah, let's go.
As you leave the caves, it takes a little bit while. You go back through the common grounds, and there's definitely enough space for you to navigate through with these large Salamo creatures. Get some aspiring looks from some people. Many have also seen these creatures go out many times, but mostly on very rare occasions for long journeys. So it's quite a sight to see that you're traveling. They are a little bit concerned. There's still some of the colonists that are very wary of Mira because obviously she's a demon, but seeing that as she is amongst you, they don't intervene or intervene. As you exit, you wave. Nice. You do it like a queen's kind of a
Queen. It's kind of like Attack on Titan.
Okay. It takes you about 10 minutes to exit some of the caverns until your eyes meet the overworld, and you see in the horizon the overall sky, which would probably be equivalent of midday, is definitely tarnished with a black haze as well as a mixture of orange and red, suggesting that this is not the world where you once lived and grew up. The overall air smells of salt mixed with a hint of ash, but more so a little bit of airiness. So you get some of that overall flow from the shipwreck reef that's bringing the salt in from the overall water sea, as well as the mixture of this dryness that's coming from the gusting winds from the wastelands of Morges. All right, off we go.
Yep.
So you're taking a full day, so everybody keep track of your rations. You're consuming one ration for this day.
All right.
So one day?
Yep, 1 day of rations.
Okay.
Very good. As you cross into kind of the border between Santo Fortega's hillside.
Perception check?
You can certainly do that.
All right.
I just want to see if there's anyone that doesn't look familiar, if there anyone around us.
The heck?
All right.
Okay.
9 plus 2, 11.
Right. So as you're making your trip, the next day you wake up and you're taking you probably go on one of these large dunes and try to peer out up amongst the wasteland. It looks extremely desolate. There's some hidden resemblances of a culture that once stood, yet there's very little life about. There's some dried weeds about and overall rock crevices, but nothing really catches your eye except the once-off scurrying vermin and perhaps scorpion-like creatures. Okay. Anybody else wish to do anything?
No, I think we need to proceed.
Okay, very good. So,
Dangerous on the horizon, I don't believe.
cool. The animals are in good health. Actually, why don't you guys can deem who is going to be the rider, and then you both have to make a animal handling check.
Whoever's in the front or everyone?
Yes. No.
Oh, the Tyrannus.
All right.
Two
Okay.
riders.
Animal handling check. Okay. Plus 2 on that. So that's a D20, right?
Yeah.
All right. Roll.
So between Mick and Uriel, you should also make an animal handling check. Whoever is the driver.
5 total.
Right.
5. Okay. Very good.
Do you have a plus for don't? So if you do, then you should be the.
Yeah, I think I should do it.
Okay. Give me a roll. Roll a d20, add your animal handling ability.
The 20, it's 8.
Okay, you rolled an 8.
Yep.
Very good. And you have an add of 2.
Okay.
Is that right?
Did you add the 2 yet, or you didn't?
The what?
Yeah.
Your anime handling check, did you add the 2 yet? Is it 8 from the dice or 8 total?
8 from the dice.
And then what's your animal handling skills plus?
It's +2.
Yours is +2,
Yeah.
so total.
Very good. So that means that's good to know. So whenever you make a skill check, you roll the die, and then you add whatever your corresponding skill is. Okay, thanks for
Nice.
helping out. Very good. So Ranas, this creature feels a little kind of moody and kind of like almost try to shrug you off of the shoulders, and you feel like it's a little bit hard to get started, but after giving it a ration, it's happy and willing to go forward. Whereas mixed creature is very calm, kind of enjoying some of the dust in its face. It's a different kind of refreshing feeling from the winds. You're able to proceed forward. Very good. So now the other two, I want you to make a survival check.
All right.
So Mira and Uriel, as you're moving forward.
Super high, 18 + 4.
Nice. And Uriel?
Which check are we doing here? Sorry.
Survival.
Okay.
So am I checking for tracks? Is that what?
That's right.
Cool.
Yeah.
13.
Nice. Both of you are pretty on it. So as you see that you're traveling through the wastelands, something alarms you. You hear this sound. Under here, did I do that? Nope. Yeah. This hushed sound of some loud. Well, it's hushed because it's at a distance, but it kind of goes. It's very quiet, and it's overall hard to see from the gale of the winds, but something is nearby.
Can I make a perception check to look at it? That thing, whatever it is.
Well, so it's Mira and Euro that was
Okay.
able to discover this,
All right.
and
Go ahead.
it's more of you get this sense that there's something that may be of a danger or interest to you, and it's not far away, but it's without your vision. It's outside of your vision.
I'm hearing something, guys. I feel like we should dismount and go on foot for a little bit to make sure that our mounts are safe.
All right. I agree.
You guys want to just scout around here real quick?
Yes, I agree.
Okay, sounds like the
Alright, let's
party's
do it.
gonna do that. So you tie up your mouse to a shaded rock cluster area that's hanging over, and they are being very gentle, and they're kind of playing with each other, trying to nudge some of the food back and forth in the sacks, almost trying to get an extra meal out of today's work. We're pretty much well in the second day. It's probably like late afternoon where you come across the wastelands. You take about a travel a good actually everybody can make a stealth check.
All right. Roll. 19. 18.
24.
24, nice.
26.
Like it. Wow, you guys are on it.
I mean,
Okay.
stealth is on
Your specialty,
great
huh?
for me.
Right.
Yeah.
What'd you get, Mick?
I don't want to go into a fight. That's why.
19.
19. Wow.
I have
Whoa.
+4,
Mick,
and I don't have armor this time to
that's right.
disadvantage.
So, Mick, what did you get?
Stealth 8 equals now 12.
12. 12's good enough, too. So, all of you are able to take to the shadows as you're carefully moving forward towards what you perceive the direction of the sound is. You're able to triangulate its coordinates, even though some of the dunes and the rocks bounce the sounds as this dust that kicks up into your face in this wasteland. You notice, okay, so Rodus is the highest, and we'll go over here.
Right.
And Uriel is pretty close. You're gonna be over here. Actually, both of you can be up here. And then I'll have Mira over here and Mick a little bit in the back. All right. You notice there's a little creature, because of your stealth ability, that's very tiny in size, probably no more than 2 feet in height. And it's, I'll just show you what it looks like. It's got this greenish, it has a very long, windy tail, and it has these almost elven-like ears that are perked up with these big, deep-set eyes that are surveying around. It's not making any sound. And also, since your roll was so good, you're able to see another one behind this large rock cluster. Okay, what do you want to do?
Stealth perception or stealth closer?
Yeah. I would like to use my perception ability to look at the other animal that we can't see, like if
Right.
I recognize it, maybe if it's a threat or anything, or if it's big,
So
small.
these two look like miniature demons. They're
Okay.
probably part of a scouting force. They're not making the sound, but that sound is become louder, and it's somewhere else. That's further down,
Further down. All
There-
right.
further to the south.
Yeah.
I'm can I
Are they noticing the sound? Can we tell based on our perception whether
Well, you didn't perceive yet. You were doing stealth, right? So, looks like Rada tried to do a perception. So, Rada, you want to do that? And Mira, you said you want to stealth forward more.
a little bit behind that rock,
Right.
the
Okay.
big rock?
All right, that will be your non-combat action for this round.
Okay.
So, Rada,
22.
nice. And what are you trying to perceive?
I want to the other demon that's like on view, like see like if like how big it is, like how
Yeah,
is
both
it
of them-
focusing? I know I
both
already
of
know how
them-
big. I mean like
Are they focused to the sound?
yeah. Are they focused on the sound?
No, it seems like the sound's behind them, and they're
Okay.
peering out towards the wasteland that's before them,
Okay.
including kind of your direction.
Oh,
But
kind of
because
our
you're
direction.
Yeah, they're
Oh.
looking around your direction and outwards, almost like surveying and trying
Right.
to see if anything's around.
So they're guards.
and they're
Here's, go ahead.
And- both of the same size and type?
Correct. They look a little bit different, but yes, they are of the same species. Which I have to pause the screen for a little bit to get their stats, because otherwise you would see everything. That would be fun, right? Let me get their stats and put it on a different page.
Honest, I'm inclined to agree with you because the sound is not alarming them in any way, which
Can
suggests
I
to me that they know what its cause is, and they're more interested in sussing us out.
Evil Overlord, can I perceive if the sound is in distress and how far away from us is the sound? Like, is it?
You can certainly try to do that on your next non-action turn, but I'm going to let Uriel and Mick give a shot at. Oops, you can see everything.
Whoa. Bearded Devil and.
Well, it's not part of the plan, but all right, well. Okay, so Mick and Uriel, what are you doing for your first non-combat action round?
Well, I'm wanting to acquire information and knowledge, so I want to find out more about this sound. So I'm assuming that's a we can determine the distance away from us of the sound.
Okay, so with that, I think trying to figure out the distance of the sound, or what would make the sound?
The location, like where it is and how far.
Yeah, cool. Okay, since it's requiring you're trying to figure it out, I'm going to say investigation for this one.
Okay. So let's see. 13.
Okay. Based on based on your experiences as being a scout, you're probably easily within 100 feet, maybe 50 feet of where the sounds are coming from. And it's definitely to the south. Okay, Mick, how about you?
I want to go closer because I'm all the way to the back to get more information. Okay. I want to go closer to where Uriel is at. Very
good. You can easily make it to here for that non-combat round. Okay, very good.
Yeah.
So they're going to try to make a perception check against your stealth checks, but you guys will stealth something else. 2 and 12. Not very great. Okay, good. This guy's going to scurry up over here. Okay. It's back to your guys' actions.
So they moved closer to us, at least especially the one on the bottom?
It appears. However, they weren't able to see you yet, or so it looks like. They have these very large eyes that are kind of binocular, almost like looking around. Their antennas are up and kind of like flickering in the wind.
I don't know that it's south, right? Because I didn't perceive it.
You can communicate with each other. You're close enough to have that discussion.
Yes, the sound is to the south of us, 50 to 100 feet. The creatures, one of them is south, slightly west. The other one is mostly west and a tiny bit south.
I'm going to try to stealth southward.
Okay. All right. So how far do you wish to travel?
Just right by the super big rock. Like 3 boxes down Uriel, but to the left of it.
Like over here?
Yeah.
Okay. To do that, I'm going to say stealth. You got a stealth to get there.
Okay. 12 plus 4, 16. Did that work?
Yeah, it did. Because their perception was bad. Okay. You almost like covert operations. You're giving a signal about when they're turning to look, and then you take a quick turn behind Uriel to get closer to this rock cluster where you reveal just a lot of rock and rubble at this time. You have you notice that this overall landscape is higher on part that you're on as opposed to where this creature is surveying land. It's about a 10-foot, 15-foot elevation of this cliffside.
That's it for me, right?
Yeah.
All right, you guys.
Okay, I will follow Mira and be as stealthy as possible.
And what do you like to do then?
I will follow her very discreetly with stealth, using stealth. So I will roll a d20.
Okay.
That's my 16.
Yeah. Once again,
Right.
giving the signal, Mira kind of flags you down, and you're able to get probably over here.
All right.
Okay. Anybody else?
I want to go travel as well. I want to go a little forward of Mira, like somewhere at 87, 82.
Okay, so moving down further this
Yep.
overall rock. Okay, it's a very
Yes.
narrow crevasse that's kind of cut in with this large stone. You're gonna have to make stealth for that too.
Stealth, okay. Stealth. I roll 8, so plus 4, that's 12.
That's good enough. That's close. All right. You feel like you're moving in the shadows. You see it's like tentacles, kind of, or little antennas, almost like stop and freeze for a moment. You stop in your tracks, and then its eyes don't come to your direction, and you continue forward. Probably move you about here. This large boulder, there's a very this large rock cluster that's now impeding complete vision from the other side. Okay. And Uriel?
So I feel like we're moving in the direction of the sound without really knowing what it is.
Correct.
So I'm wondering if I can do some kind of wisdom or perception check to learn more about the nature of the sound. So we know it's coming from the south. We know it's 50 to 100 feet, maybe a little bit less than that since half of our party has moved closer to it. But we still don't know anything about what.
That's cool. Yeah. I'm going to say, I think a nature check would suffice, or Arcana. Probably nature.
Nature?
Nature would make more sense, yeah.
Yeah, not much. 8.
8. So this sound, it kind of reminds you of some kind of animal-like creature, but you're really unable to pinpoint. Sounds like it's not a very large sound, and there's multiple echoes that are going about, so there's more than one that are making this. But otherwise, you are unable to determine the exact identity of the sound.
But it sounds multiple. Is that what?
There's more than one. Yeah, they're kind of like communicating or echoing. Maybe they're not communicating, but you're hearing multiple sources. Okay, we're gonna, once again, you guys are being so sneaky about this. Okay. Ranas, you're pretty much in quite sight. I need to make a, guess that would be a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity? So
Yeah.
d20?
Mhm.
All right. 15.
Nice. Okay. As this creature moves up and it almost reflexively moves, cranes its neck towards you, you duck over this boulder in time and it doesn't see you. That was close. Okay, you guys, you're up next.
Are we really just either doing movement and then action?
Nope. You can definitely do a surprise attack round if you wish. So you have to coordinate amongst yourselves. This creature is very close to you.
I think we should
Uh,
round it first.
yeah, otherwise, there's too much rock clusters on this side that you're not really seeing anything further down. It's all rocks and there's a really big dead shrub of a tree.
Right.
So whose turn
Okay.
is it?
Anyone's.
I'm
Right.
just gonna move for now, so that it doesn't have any space to escape down.
So moving around the back, if you will.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go AN88 somewhere there.
So 10, 20, 5, 10. Okay, you could probably move here easily.
Yeah.
Okay. Mick kind of circles around the back, still not really seeing anything. There's a small opening from these large boulders over here, which kind of peers down into this overall. You're a little bit thwarted from the shrubbery that's in the bottom, below you, or next to you. Everyone else?
So, are you guys feeling like we should avoid attacking these things because it will reveal our location? Or are we putting ourselves in danger by not attacking them?
I wanna throw a rock and see how they react to it. Like, but then my strength is not strong. Like, try to distract it with a rock and see if they become aggressive immediately. But that will make us lose sneak attack.
Yeah. I kind of feel like we don't need to attack it. As long as we go around it, then we can avoid fighting altogether.
Why are we avoiding fighting though?
Because we don't really,
I think when it comes to Mira's strategy, first of throwing rocks, I think we're safe if we do that because there's nothing else. He can't escape anyway because he can go north and Uriel is there. He could go south and I'm here anyway. So if the monster wants to like escape anywhere, he can't go anywhere without getting attacked at least.
I don't know. I pick up a rock and then try to throw it westward.
Okay. All right. I'm going to say make a deception check.
Why would it be deception? I'm not talking to them. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, what's a distraction check? Good question. So let's...
Deception is hiding. It's verbally or... Sorry, yeah.
Understood. So let me take a look.
Sorry. I don't know what it would be, so I'm confused.
I have to look at the media page, which tells me the choices.
Yeah.
Nothing really, huh? So it's more like you're just doing that. Okay. Then I'm going to say probably just an overall strength check.
Okay. Oops, it landed really close to me. It's 5 plus 2. Oh, no, 5, just 5.
All right. So Mira picks up this rock. There's plenty of them. Take probably one that's a little bit heftier. You chuck it, and it lands kind of nearer to the creature. Are you hidden when you're doing this?
Yeah, I'm still yeah.
That would be better for hiding. All right. As the rock lands, it kind of goes and jumps and turns around. Its eyes grow almost twice as big as it surveys this rock and looks up, and we'll try to make a perception check. Oh, let's see. it's still gazing in this direction now. Its eyes look wide and its antennas are up. Hey guys.
I hold my turn.
Yep.
I mean, it's pretty much staring right at me, so
Yeah, you get this
Yeah.
signal from Mira that what she did was probably grabbing his attention. Cool. Since this non-combat round, we'll just go ahead and proceed forward. This guy's going to exit upwards.
So they're trying to go northward.
Okay, not quite out of the park yet. This guy's gonna creep up and investigate that rock. Okay. What do you guys want to do?
Well, now I'm a little worried that the other one is escaping.
Yeah, I feel like we should just engage them because we're being too careful. It's a recon mission.
Because they're trying to scout us, and if they get back to,
So I think we should just take them out. Wow.
Taking them out, why don't we just capture him? I mean, he's around now anyway.
But we don't know if there are other people.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the sounds are loud. As Vic is close to, Uriel was already communicating with you that there's multiple sounds. You can hear they are pretty close. I haven't been moving them, but they are getting closer. Still not within your vision due to your position.
You guys are not going to do anything? Uriel, Ranas?
I can't. He's like staring right in front of me.
He's looking at the rock right now.
Yeah.
Just
So
attack.
everybody can do. Everybody
Let's
can do
attack
something.
it. I'm going to
Let's
approach.
see what happens.
Okay. So if you're gonna engage in combat, everyone roll initiative.
Okay.
All right.
13.
You're so scared of demons, aren't you guys?
6.
I know, it's just like we're going nowhere.
That's okay. Okay, so Radis is 6. You add your initiative.
Yeah.
Everybody else?
13.
What are we rolling again?
Initiative? So D20.
Oh, initiative.
And then you add your initiative thingy.
Initiative.
12.
I don't believe I have mix.
Oh, there you go. Initiative, I have 17 plus 17.
19. Very nice. So mix your first act. As you get the signal from those party members that they're ready to pursue and take out this scout threat or whatever the small creature is doing, you're the first to act.
Okay. I want to go attack.
Okay, so you're gonna sneak up behind it.
Yep.
All right, 7, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Is your move speed 35?
Speed?
Yeah, what's your move speed?
Wait. Sorry, guys, I don't know what that is yet.
It's the walking something feet. Speed.
Oh, you're actually okay. It's 30. So 5, 10, 15, 20,
Oh, there you
25,
go.
30.
30.
30, right? 30 is
Yes.
exactly what you need to get right behind it. As you draw out your daggers, you get to attack it with advantage, with surprise attack rounds. So that means you get advantage, and that also means you apply your stealth, your backstab or
Sneak
whatever.
attack.
Oh, stealth?
Sneak attack.
Rogue sneak
No.
attack, yes.
All right.
Sneak attack, yes. Poor little thing.
The what?
Okay, what'd you get? What'd you roll? D20.
Um,
Roll twice, take the higher one.
where do I roll again? Sorry.
D20. D20. It's mostly D20 that you're rolling. And then you roll your attack afterwards.
It's 7.
So you roll twice, you take the higher one.
You roll one more time. It's called an
Ah.
advantage. So you
I see.
take your higher one, and then you gotta add your attack roll.
Right, I see. So the other one is 15.
It hits. So you get to roll damage plus apply your sneak attack damage with I think is 2d6 or something like that.
Yes.
JC, the website has its own dice roller if that's easier for you. I don't know if
Yep,
you want
you
to
could just click on the thing.
Yeah. Here you go. I rolled the dice. It's 16.
Very nice.
16 points of damage?
Yes.
Wow. All right. As you sneak up behind this little thing and you take out your dagger, you shove your dagger into its upper side of the head. It quickly turns around and opens its mouth, and then you slam your dagger right into its mouth. You feel some resistance as you're thrusting into its body. However, it's definitely a killing blow that you pull back from the back of its neck, and it drops.
Awesome.
Nicely done.
All right.
Not a sound was made.
Perfect.
Okay. Awesome.
Vera.
I'm gonna
Done.
go south further as much as possible, and then perceive one more time.
You gotta run?
No,
Oh.
because I want to
perceive,
perceive.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. 10, 20, 30 feet, right?
Yep.
Okay, make a perception check.
Mm-hmm. 11.
I'm gonna say advantage because you took out the scout that was kind of surveying the land, and nobody's really suspecting you.
That was the higher one.
11
Mhm.
total?
Yeah.
All right. Amongst the rock clusters, you do notice in this canyon there is a creature that's kind of surveying this crate. It looks large and almost like a kind of like a beetle, overgrown anteater. And you can, once you see it, you actually hear it making that sound.
Perceiving is an action, right? It's not a bonus action, right?
Right.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Guys, there's an odd-looking monster down there by
Uriel.
a crate that they're guarding, seemingly. I informed the group.
All right. Well,
Uriel's,
since I heard more than one, I suspect that there are multiple of those creatures. So there's probably at least one nearby that you haven't seen yet. But meanwhile, where did the other scout get to? Is it to our north?
You can definitely kind of see him. It's really hard to make it out with all the rocks in the way, but he is moving onwards and not aware of the presence of his fallen ally, to your knowledge, or of your presence.
So, fellow adventurers, what do you think?
So really, you can only speak to Ronis
I
right
mean,
now.
obviously that crate's important, so
Yeah, I think we should follow the
yeah.
one north.
just let that other scout get away? That makes me nervous, but
Use your judgment.
It's your judgment. You're also long range.
That's
So
right.
if you want to hit it, you can get close and hit it. You have you're a ranger.
all right, I'm going to give that a try. So I want to go as far.
I'm going to say you move 30 feet up back where you came from. So 10, 20, 30. That's still going to be a difficult shot as this rock cluster is kind of blocking the way. That just means you're going to take -2 to your attack roll.
Okay.
But
But
since
because
it's
you are
bubble, right? I mean, sorry, advantage because it's surprise?
Correct. It's still surprise round, so you still have advantage. And remember, you have +2 anyways because of your archery expertise, so it's really negated. So roll d20, take the higher one.
Right. 19.
Yes, 19. I don't know if that. No, in Pathfinder that would be a critical, but we're playing Dungeons and Dragons, so it's a hit. Okay, you get to roll your piercing attack damage as you let low your arrow. It soars amongst the overall dust winds, and you see some of the tumbleweed pick up. The arrow is disguised and slams into it. How much damage?
Okay, so that's a D8 plus 3.
It is
8.
piercing. 8. Right. You're audibly just, your arrow crunches into its body and the arrow kind of breaks off a little bit. It goes, and it looks to find you. Okay. Are you done with your actions? So Ronis, you're next. It's still alive.
So I'm just gonna go stealthily, go further south.
Okay.
Get down south.
Over to Ronis.
Wait, is that thing still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I wounded it, but I didn't kill it.
All right, so I guess I'm gonna follow Uriel up.
Oh, you are?
Sneak
Okay,
up.
very good.
Yeah.
You're very far. Never mind.
It's fine. So 10, 20, 30. Do
Hide-
you have any
Hide behind
range
that rock
attacks?
over there.
Oh, this is Ronis. How did that happen? Hiding behind the rocks, so 15, 20,
Yeah.
25, 30 over here.
There, yeah, yeah.
Okay. You could also make a dash action, which allows you to move twice, but you won't be able to do anything else.
Let's see. I'll move a little. No, I'm good there. Yeah.
Okay, you're good. All right. With that, the creature kind of, you see, so Uriel sees its antenna like move almost in a kind of like a wave-like fashion, and that's going to allow other creatures. All right, so that one's going to stay there. This guy's going to climb up this rock cluster here. And the other ones are still kind of out of range. All right.
Do they know? Do they know already? Were they alerted?
Yes, it is not a surprise round.
Okay.
So they're aware. They don't see you yet. They're aware there's a enemy threat. Let's put it that way. Okay, very good. We can go back to the top. So Mick, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna go south somewhere in AH91.
I love you're giving these coordinates.
I know.
I didn't even recognize that.
So-
Shoot. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Now
You
we
can
know
also
what-
annotate if you want. You can draw to see like where you're going, like this. You can move up to 30 feet, right?
So
Is this?
tick boxes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
every diagonal is like 7. So if you take 2 diagonals, that's 15. 20, 25, 30 would be around here. So you could go here or here.
The first one, the one at like AI.
Okay, the bottom one towards.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Mick hides behind this large rock cluster and sees over on this side. This overall canyon, it looks like a great space for an ambush. If you wanted to utilize that, looks like there's already a lot of blood and
Wow.
whatnot.
Oof.
Yeah, there's actually creatures that are kind of moving upwards. Okay, that's where you are. Anything you want to do from here?
No,
Do you have
just
range?
Does he have a range attack? I don't know.
think I'll just hold for now.
Okay, you can hold your action. Very good.
Yeah.
So that means when you hold your action, you can wait until something triggers. So you can say, I wait to hold my action until somebody moves closer or somebody else does something else, and then I can do something.
All right, I'll do that.
Very good. All right, Mira, that's you.
Bonus action does not go if you hold your attack, right? It's just action.
Bonus action is not inclusive of an action. So
Now,
you can
because
really
if
do
I
that.
move and I hold my action, because my fist, I mean, if I use my quarterstaff, and then the bonus action is an unarmed strike, so I can do 2 hits.
Yeah.
But the bonus action will be gone, right? If I hold my action, or is it still there?
No, you can still hold it.
Okay, then I'm just gonna move 30 really close to that guy, but I'm gonna wait for it to close. Okay, I'm gonna annotate.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move to here. I believe it's 30
Okay.
correctly, but then I'm gonna make it come close to me. Then I'll hit it.
So this shrubbery counts kind of like rugged terrain, which means it's almost like double.
Oh, okay.
So if you go down here, then you can make it go way to here.
Okay.
5, 20. Oh no, you can make it there. Never mind.
Okay.
You can just take the way around.
Then I'll hold
Okay.
my action until it gets me. Yeah.
Excellent. So now you see the overall. You can see overall as the canyon drops down, there's a lot of these creatures that are surveying about. Some of them are kind of like these large green hanging ape-like creatures that move slowly, but they are vicious and big, massive. These ones are the ones that are making the sounds. And there's another demon in the back that's kind of overseeing everything. Uriel, it's your turn. But poor guy didn't get an action. Go ahead, Uriel.
Right. So
As round works.
I'm just giving you guys a heads up on time. I don't know how strict you guys about 7:30. That's why. Yeah.
We're gonna end after this round.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take another shot at that thing.
Very good. Roll your attack. It's no longer advantage.
Okay, 17.
17 hits, yes. Wow, 17. Good shot.
Thank you. So D8 plus 3. So 5 more points of damage.
Nice. Yes. Your arrows lands in the second position of that creature, almost like marksman aim accuracy, as you see it take it. It screeches a little bit as a muted cry and falls dead on the floor.
Very good.
Okay. So do you wish to move?
So yeah, I'm just gonna move straight south. Maybe hide behind, that
Okay.
rock right.
30 feet. Very good. With that creature dropping, there's Uriel's done. Yeah. So Ronis is the last one, but that demon is going. All right. Mira noticeably sees this large reddish demon with this spiky black beard that roars up this long crimson blade. It gives a command that shouts out. Does anyone speak demonic? Or Mira, I guess you do, right?
Abyssal, common, infernal, primordial. I guess that's
Yeah,
infernal.
infernal. Okay.
I speak Draconic.
Not
Demonic.
draconic. Yeah. Demonic, which would be infernal.
Yeah.
It'd be like a demon language. Our scouts are dead. Kill and take the crate. He will charge forward. Ronas, you're the last person.
Okay, I guess I'll like sneak down south.
Okay.
What
This
Away
really
from the image of like, I mean, away from the view of like any of the monsters.
okay. Very good. From your overall perception of the surroundings, you see the dead carcass of this little guy. You don't really
Uh-huh.
see anything else around you that poses a threat. Uriel is nearby, and everyone else has the ground covered.
All right. Okay. Let's see.
What's your move speed?
25.
Okay, so you can move easily 50 feet without having any repercussions.
Okay. AR
Down
75.
here?
Yeah. Or as far as possible.
Okay. So
You
this
put
would
it
be
in that
15,
direction. Yeah.
20, 25, 30, 40, 50. Out here.
All right. Okay.
All right, Ronas makes a sprint to this rocks as you see the monsters move up. And let's see this. Five. There you go, just in range. So he's
Oh,
going to take a
wow.
swing at Miro. You see
Do I,
these
do
large,
I
grotesque
attack
arms.
first though? Because I hold my action. It approached me. I should do my attack first, right?
I don't know if you interrupt. So if somebody holds your action and you run up to it, and I think they still
It's
do
not-
their turn first.
It happens upon the trigger, but whatever.
Maybe. I don't know.
Because I'm ready for it
Action.
to come to me.
That's
That's
true.
all.
Let's take a look.
I mean, it doesn't matter because I'm not going to be able to kill it with one hit anyway.
Find a trigger when the trigger happens. Or any actions are. Yep. The ready character takes their ready action first. Yep, you're right. How do you know all these rules?
Mhm.
All right. It's rearing back. It's large, overgrown, muscular arm. And
Yeah, it's only 14
you're gonna
though.
attack.
Court staff.
You roll a 14.
Yeah.
14 with hit.
Hit?
14 hits, yes.
Whoa, okay. So D6 plus 2. 6, and then my bonus action of this one is just open arm strike.
Okay. With a fury of blows, she's coming around with another swing
It's also
of
14.
her
So it
fist.
hits,
That's hits as well. That's right.
but it's only a D4.
Okay.
3 plus 5.
So how much total? 11?
6 plus 5, yeah, 11.
All right. You noticeably strike in these almost pressure points of this creature. You see its body make this shockwave effect as you're pounding into it. 11 points of damage. Okay, very good. I'll just try to... It kind of gives this and swings back at you.
Okay.
Multi attack. Ball first. Okay, that it looks like you'll hit. 16 on the roll. 16 on the second roll. Yes, they both hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Ouch. So let's see. Claw attack is 1d6 and 2d4 for the bite. Okay, you take 8 points of damage as it viciously grabs you and takes a bite into you. You feel its vicious teeth sink into your flesh, and you pull away just in time to recover yourself. So total 8 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay. With that, we'll conclude our session for now. You're amongst the combat. You see these creatures that are, just as a cliffhanger, you start seeing these creatures actually eat away at the box. They're chomping it down and almost consuming it, as well as these other ones that are moving forward. The monstrosities of these anteater-like beasts are consuming this box. And this guy needs to make his action when we come back next time.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, there you go, guys. So that's going to be where we stop our session for today. And if you have, hope you enjoyed it and felt like you're engaged with the story. I know it's a little bit weird with all these different demons, but it keeps the surprise element, right? It's like you don't know exactly what they do until they start doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. But yes, you were super cautious. I was wondering about that. It's like, are you going to take out these scouts or are you going to let them run free? That's cool. It worked out in your favor. You separated them enough. Okay.
Yes, I'm productive. I took out a creature, so.
Indeed. Yeah, you're a little bit scattered, but it looks like Mira's leading the advance onto the assault. Will it be in time to save the crate and its contents? Who knows? We'll have to see next time.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you next week.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.